I'm born in Berlin, Germany, and I probably look very much a Jecke, but I'm actually first generation German. I am born to parents that came originally from Poland and are survivors. And 95% of my family perished in the Shoah. I'm working a lot with the idea and the notion of identity. And identity is on one hand very much dependent upon your own traditions, but also upon where you live. And nowadays, people who live in big cities have a very big mixture of identities. And it's also as fragmented as, in a way, my works are. And on the other hand, each one has to live, so he makes its own identity now. And that is like fusioning all those little fragments into a whole, in a way, how I work. I'm actually working a lot with inside-outside, but in this particular case, it is also a little bit about what you assume you will going to see, and I'm trying to make you realize that what you think you see is not really what you're seeing normally. So this person is taking a very serious documentary, but what he's actually looking at is a totally different world, underwater world. And at the same time, of course, I'm working a lot with colors and other meaning of these. So blue is a lot of making the world whole, because in the color blue you get the hope, you get also all the other colors bundled together in it. So in a way, I have always different layers in each work. You could just enjoy the aesthetic side of it, but you could also go deeper and see all the other meanings. Yeah. I believe we are all fragmented today. There's nobody who's not fragmented anymore, especially a person who lives in a big city. And I guess in a way I'm recreating how you can have an identity on your own from all those fragments.
When you piece together these fragments, you do it on a computer.
Actually, the computer is a very late stage because actually, even though I try that you don't really feel it when you look at one of my works, they're very much conceptual. So first I'm working with a lot of ideas. And then these ideas are getting cooked in my belly. And then eventually I start photographing and filming pieces that have something to do with the ideas that go in my head. And you film or you photograph very differently when you follow a certain idea, you know? And then another stage, because then they rest again, because sometimes I don't even know why I take them, but it's because of the ideas I had in my head. And then eventually I find different fragments that correspond with the idea, they correspond with each other, and if you want to, they feel right when I do them. And then they become a work.
see in your work is that the pieces, the elements, are so unrelated. They're so dissimilar. Do you play on that
It's part.
contrast
It's
and-
definitely part of what I'm
and the
doing.
tension that it
Yes,
creates?
exactly. This is part of what I'm doing because I also like to deceive your perception. I like to make sure that that you think that you know what you're looking at, and then all of a sudden you realize, but that's not what I'm looking at. And then what is it? You know? And then at the end, hopefully, if not, I didn't succeed. It becomes a unity, but a very different unity from pieces you would have thought could never go together. You know? For me also, it's not an issue if I photograph well, it's not an issue if I paint well or whatever. It is an issue of, do I get together what I want to bring out?
The language.
Yeah.
The language is more important than the method, the application, the process, and that's what has been happening for the past, since the '60s.